Attention passengers, B and D trains are not running via the 6th Avenue line and the Central Park West line because of a large block on the Manhattan Bridge towards the 2nd Avenue line to the 6th Avenue line. B and D trains are rerouting via the Broadway line and the 2nd Avenue line in both directions via 63rd Street, making all stops on the Broadway line either express or local at Canal Street, Prince Street, 8th Street near University, 14th Street, Union Square, 23rd Street, 28th Street, 34th Street, Times Square, 42nd Street, 49th Street, 57th Street, 7th Avenue, and Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street. Once again, also, B and D trains are running via the Q, T, and U lines to and from 167th Street. Making all stops in the 2nd Avenue line, 72nd Street, 86th Street, 96th Street, 106th Street, 116th Street, and Harlem, 125th Street. And then via the river to the Concourse Line, where they will resume regular service. You may accept delays on the yellow F and Q, R, and W lines while they share tracks with rerouted trains. Some Q trains may run via Astoria. Some Q trains may run via Astoria Express or local. And some Q trains may run via the Queens Boulevard line to either Forest Hills, Jamaica 179th Street, Springfield Boulevard, Jacob Riis Park, or Far Rockaway via the Rockaway Beach branch. Some Q trains may run. Some Q trains from the Bronx may run via Central Park West and then via 6th Avenue to West 4th Street. Since there's no service at Grand Street, instead, some southbound Q trains are running via the Culver Line to Coney Island, where they will terminate. Instead, some Q trains are rerouting via the 6th Avenue Express or local to West 4th Street. Instead, for the Q trains that are coming from the Bronx will run via the Culver Line to Coney Island, where the trains will terminate on the F platform. And then it will turn back for northbound service via the Culver Line, the 6th Avenue line, and the Central Park West line. Accept delays on the T and U trains while we share tracks with rerouted trains. Accept delays on the T and U lines while we share tracks and reroute. Accept delays on the T and U lines while we share tracks with rerouted trains. One more time. Accept delays on the T and U lines while they share the tracks with rerouted trains. As an alternative for B and D service, take the A, C, F, M. As an alternative for service on the 6th Avenue line and the Central Park West line, consider taking the A, C, E as an alternative for service between the 6th as an alternative for service on the 6th Avenue line and the Central Park West line. Consider taking the A, C, F, K, M, or V trains. Consider taking once again, for service in Manhattan, consider taking the numbered lines or the A, C, K, F, M, or V trains. One more time. Once again, for service in Manhattan, consider taking the A, C, K, F, M, or V trains. You can also take the E train at West 4th Street or 42nd Street, Bryant Park. EMT is trying to investigate. In some cases, you may experience delays on the orange F, yellow F, G, and V train service because of a congestion area. Some V trains may either terminate at 2nd Avenue and some V trains may either terminate at 2nd Avenue or via the South 4th Street Broadway line to Fulton Street, where they will turn back for northbound service. And some northbound B and D trains will either terminate at. Also, some northbound B trains will either terminate at Fordham Road, Tremont Avenue, or Kingsbridge. Also, some northbound B trains may either terminate. Also, some northbound B trains from Broadway and the 2nd Avenue line will either terminate at Tremont Avenue, Kingsbridge Road, or Fordham Road in order to reduce congestion on the Concourse Line. Attention passengers. B and D trains are not running between DeKalb Avenue and 161st Street, Yankee Stadium, because of a large block on the tracks on the Manhattan Bridge towards 2nd Avenue and 6th Avenue. Also, X service is suspended because of this incident. For X service, consider taking the B, the Q. For X service, consider taking the T. For X service, consider taking the Q train to 72nd Street via Broadway to the 2nd Avenue line and transfer to a T or U trains to 125th Street and Broadway on the 125th Street line. Attention passengers, multiple subway lines are experiencing delays because of this incident on the Manhattan Bridge. Some D and M trains are running local on the 4th Avenue line in order to provide extra service, and some N and R trains are running via the Brighton line in order to fill in for the Q. Some N and R trains are running via the Brighton line in order to fill in for Q service. Also, some N and R trains are running via the Brighton line to either Brighton Beach or Coney Island in order to fill in for Q service. And then these trains will turn back for northbound service. Attention passengers, you may expect delays on multiple subway lines throughout the New York City subway system while they share tracks with rerouted trains.